Hey Virgo, the moment you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Jezebel Way Tarot, and thanks so much for hanging in there. There was several requests for Virgo to be done. I'm not really going by the numbers this month, obviously, because we've skipped a month. So, here you are, Virgo. I'm here to do your love and separation read for the month of March. So let's see. We've got that Virgo full moon coming up. Which should be good for grounding, purging, releasing anything that is not working for you or is pretentious even. So, let's see what we got for love for Virgo. Soulmate action happening. There have been some obstacles in this relationship that have now transformed. I like it. So, let's get some cards on it. Let's use the Apocalyptic deck today. Also, in the description box, there will be a link to the Mile Company. If you've seen some of my earlier videos, that's my friend James and his sportswear company. Super good sweatshirt, perfect fit, soft. So if you'd like to go check his product out, I will drop the link in the description box below. I wear it so much, it's in the wash. Sorry, James. Mental transformation, perspective change, transformation within the self. So somebody here has sort of done a 360. They've changed, overcome some obstacles to the Four of Wands. So soulmate, transformation of the mind, of the soul, overcoming obstacles to get to this union, this balance, this Four of Wands here. I like it. Okay, so let's see, Virgo, about your partner. Okay, there's about 12 or 15 of these cards here, but overcoming, Nine of Wands came out. So the theme is overcoming. Princess of Cups coming to bring an offer of love. They're working on their courage factor, right? They're trying to get up the gumption to, bring this offer. It looks like they are afraid maybe you're unaccepting or you're not interested any longer. So let's see what's going on with you. Okay, yeah, Ten of Swords fell out over here, so we're going to keep it over here. Ten of Swords, they are worried that you're not interested anymore, I think, because of this burden, this betrayal. So let's see what this Prince of Pentacles in the reverse is. Okay. Yes. You've moved on to a higher spiritual plane. You've ascended past this betrayal. You've transformed into balance, Virgo. And now you're happy. And so I think they're kind of wondering, is there a place for me in Virgo's life now? We will see. So let's see what's going on with Virgo. They know that you're doing well now. You're happy. You've overcome obstacles and you're shining. So, okay, Virgo, show me Virgo. Virgo, you are killing it. You're in balance, harmonious, okay? And they know that you're happy now, and happy without them. They may not like that. For some of you out there, you may be involved in a relationship. This may be serious at this point. For others of you, these cards mean that at one time, you were yearning and longing for this person to come back to you. You were wanting to birth and build something with this person, but now you've made your peace with it. And, you know, for divine counterparts out there and even karmics, right? It always happens that when you are in a state of happiness and peace and you've made your peace with something, you're trying to travel on with some stuff, and you are at a place in your life where you are just letting it flow and you've released attachments and expectations, what happens? That divine counterpart starts popping back in, or that karmic cycle starts all over again. And so this is the universe saying, hey, Virgo, you know, either for those of you out there, if it's karmic cycles or karmic people, this is kind of like, are you going to make the same mistake again? Let's see what he does. Let's see what she does. And for divine counterparts, this may be a cycle of putting your money where your mouth is, right? Kind of like, have you overcome this type of trigger? Have you overcome this type of relationship pattern behavior? Are you going to accept crumbs? Or are you going to understand that your peace at this point in your life and having made peace with letting go of this attachment to this person is worth far more, maybe, than what this person is bringing back to you? Actions speak louder than words. Has this person also benefited from your transformation? Has this person had a transformation of their own? And if they're still bringing the same old day old bread, then no. The answer is no. If they're still calling you up and, hey, let's make plans, and then you don't hear from them for like 6 or 7 months, then no. They're still stale bread, okay? That's it. So either this is for union or this is for you to keep trucking with the lessons that you've already learned. So let's kind of see what the blocks for your partner are. Because they're seeing that you're happy now. They're seeing that you've transformed past these obstacles and that you are in balance. You are on it. And so that indicates that they have been watching you, maybe when you don't know that. So, all right. Show me the blocks for Virgo's lover. Okay, the devil came out, y'all. Here he is. Okay. Looks like a little peace and harmony and balance has been met, okay, by your partner. They've made some progress. It looks like they're willing to be transparent with you where they weren't in the past about their devilness, okay, their toxic dysfunction, sex, addictions, whatever, right? They are willing to be transparent with you about that now. I mean, if you're at a point where you care, you know, if it's important to you to know, then great. If you're in your power, when we say in our power, good, stable, you know, you've made peace with this attachment, you're doing your work, you're on your game, then it's not your truth, it's their truth, right? That they need to come to peace with themselves. Now, it looks like the transparency is the progress here, right? They're willing to be transparent. But this is no longer your truth. That's their truth, right? To sit with. So at a point where you're at now, because you've released attachment and you're no longer hanging on day by day energy or interaction or validation from this person, it could make a shit to you at this point, right? But it's their truth. And also another option here is that maybe they're coming in for a little closure. Maybe they're coming in for that closure, but still understand the action of being transparent with you about their toxic past or drug addictions or whatever they had going on is still a validation-seeking action toward you, that they need the validation from you to say, yes, I did good, instead of gauging that within themselves. So bear that in mind. Still maybe a little codependency situation in their head they haven't rid themselves of yet. But let's see what your blocks are. Okay, you're coming out of hiding. You may be dating again. You may be, out there. You are in a good space now. You kind of got a hold of some stuff, and you may be feeling ready to get out there, date. You may be more social now than you had been in the past. But you are definitely looking, though, for groundedness, for someone who's grounded, someone who's willing to commit, someone who's got their own shit together. But here you are, Virgo, coming out of the shadows into the light as the King of Pentacles. And so that's the big boss there, right? That's the person who has it all together and who is also looking for committed, grounded, traditional relationships. 3D wise, right? So blocks for you, you've already kind of overcome the blocks. You've made peace with it. Your partner still has a block of validation seeking that they need to, sit with themselves. So let's see what's going on between the two of you. Okay, no communication happening currently. Maybe there will be a forward movement to communication. In the upright, this would mean that seasons are changing. Things are moving forward. Virgos move forward. Your partners move forward, but they're still sitting with that validation issue, right? And what's between the two of you is there is currently no communication or talk or any indication of desire of forward movement between the two of you. Virgo has made their forward movement. Your partner's made some progress too, but there may not be a desire here for Virgo to move forward with this person. All right, so let's see how they're feeling about you right now. How is Virgo's lover? This song keeps rolling through my mind, and I don't remember who sang it. Remember the Time. Oh, I'm thinking it's the same group who sang Die Without You. I don't know. I'm probably getting it mixed up, but Remember the Time. It was during that era. If anybody knows that song, put it in the comments section below. So this is something that's happening with your partner. They're in a sentimental state of mind. Remember the time, you and me. And they're thinking about that, and they're thinking the lack of work that they put into that situation at that time is a direct result of why they are where they are now. So remember the time. They're being nostalgic. They're also thinking about why they walked away, or you walked away because of these issues with codependency, perhaps. It looks like they walked away and weren't willing to fight for the relationship at that time. They made a decision to walk away. Queen of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles over here, right? In reverse. The Queen of Pentacles is in reverse. Walked away from this situation, made the decision to walk away as a result of not being grounded, not being where you were, not being ready to commit, ready to settle down maybe. And now they are trying to analyze, how are they going to make this work? How are they going to bring things into balance again? They've incurred their karma, they feel, because they have been without you. So remember the time, whatever that is, that's a song for somebody out there. They want to bring back into balance this idea of soulmate. They want to make things back the way they were. Remember the time when they walked away, before they walked away. If I could just get back to that point in my life, things would be great. Sometimes people, though, have a problem understanding that time moves on in the external world, even if it doesn't here. And I think that sometimes people think that they can just, if they get the right set of things going, they can just plop themselves back into that period of time. Well, that period of time is an illusion, right? Because it doesn't exist anymore. The past doesn't exist. The future doesn't exist. Time doesn't exist. The only thing you have right now is the present moment. That's what really exists. So people get wrapped up in the illusion sometimes, just as they do moving forward about what might be. They also, and they get fall in love with potential. They also get wrapped up in the past of what might have been. If this was right, or this was right, or I did this, or I did that. So this is about them forgiving themselves for their mistakes that they made. So remember, this may not even be about you. This may be about validation from you. This may be about closure for them, trying to rectify mistakes, forgive themselves for mistakes in their mind. Let's see what they're going to do. Or what their intention is. Sorry. Show me. Okay, overcome. They want you to see that they've overcome this instability that they once had. They want you to see that they are a fighter. They're a warrior now, right? Instead of being a victim to something. Okay. Victim to relationship. Now they've overcome. So maybe this is something also in their past, overcoming heartbreak. They could possibly, for some of you, may not have been able to overcome a broken-hearted relationship before they met you, or whatever the situation. They want you to know they've put that to bed. So their intention is to show you the strength that they have come into since they have made this life change. So let's see what they're going to do. Okay, they're moving away from things that don't benefit their life now. They're moving away from that. They want new opportunity. They don't see it yet. They don't see one coming, but they want new opportunity. Again, this could have been rehab. This could have been a stay, a vacation stay for recuperation. This could have been any number of things. They're moving past that phase now. But let's see what this is in the reverse. And with the Three of Wands in the reverse, they may be saying, I'm not expecting a new opportunity with you. I just want to show you. It's something to validate themselves. Yeah, they freed themselves from something and moved forward past a certain time or certain way they were in their life. So their intention is to show you. Let's see what, or what are they going to do? They're going to want you to see. Let's see kind of what they expect you to do. Okay. They don't anticipate that you will want to make a choice on this situation and move forward. They anticipate that you have a lot to say that's going to not be so nice. And that the only thing that they want at this point is they know that you may be in a commitment for some of you. They know that you're building your life. They know that you're solid and you've sort of arrived, right? They know this, and they don't expect to rekindle any kind of romance. Some do, some don't. And they expect for you to be defensive and not happy to see them really or talk to them. Okay. Lots of sixes here, Crossroads. So they're reappearing in your life or showing up in some way, either in the DM or email or phone call, text, whatever you got, pigeon mail, whatever, okay? They want to, them showing up in your life in that fashion is going to create a crossroads for you, right? So, Don't act on it immediately if it does create a conflict for you. If you feel pretty sure about what you have to say and how you want to say it, great. But don't be surprised if this doesn't kind of trigger you in a way that you're kind of like, oh, you know what? I've dealt with this already. I don't want to deal with this again. Use your intuition, okay? And also, some of you may have been having dreams or a lot of synchronicities, but not so much synchronicities as it is omens or things directing you to that person, the attention of that person, or just some things in your life about the past reappearing. If you have been, or this person's been in your dreams, just pay attention. Sit on it, think about it. You don't have to act on it immediately. But I think that you're going to feel like you've kind of made your peace with this and you're moving away from this and you want to move away from this. And here they come again. You know, what am I supposed to do with this? Let's see what this high priestess is. The Lovers. And the Eight of Wands. I think you knew, some of you knew this person was coming back, especially if this is a twin flame or, you know, divine counterpart or what have you. I think some of you may have already known that this person was coming back. You may have been getting the vibes, you know. And so, with that being said, you know, we wish them their highest good. We want what is for their highest good. Even though sometimes, you know, we kind of don't. But sometimes we wish, you know, we fall back into that trap and we've got to get back on our program, okay? And we got to be sending that unconditional love, even if we, you know, our toes are curling. And we got to get back into that higher mindset of what's good for them is good for us, and what's good for us is good for them, right? So we have to get back on the program of the inner work, making the peace, releasing the attachment, controlling the ego, and coming from an unconditional love heart space here in the heart chakra, understanding that we've got to release the past and the present and the future doesn't exist, and get back into that work of, I want what is for your highest good. If you're happy, that's all that matters, even if it doesn't include me. And it's very hard to get there. And sometimes we backslide. But this is kind of what it's saying. You may have the tendency to want to meet them and say, you know, hey, go take a long walk off a short pier, fucker. We already did this 10, 15 years ago. Which, you know, I really have to work on myself because I totally would say that. But I'm just saying, we cannot do that, right? So it's a matter of being able to look at something with your heart chakra and not your ego. So if you're feeling the tendency to want to tell them what for, great, you know, speak your truth, but speak it with love. Speak it with what's for the highest good for the situation, if you're able. Okay, so let's see what a final outcome can be. Judgment. Okay, there may be some conversations about why now? Why are you coming back now? What is it that you're bringing? No, I already have some of that. I don't need it, thanks. I'm looking around for all the fucks I don't have. But, you know, remember, love conquers it all. And I know I'm choking on my own words because I've had a similar situation this week, and the universe was sort of reprimanding me, telling me to behave myself. So, they're coming back with this cup. Now, if this cup is empty when they come back and they want it filled and then they want to run off again until it's empty again, absolutely not. But if they're coming to offer you some closure or offer you something, see what it is. It doesn't mean you got to take it, commit to it, subscribe to it, order it. It doesn't mean any of those things. But this may be an opportunity for closure and healing as well. So it looks like they're going to be bringing you something to transform the situation. They want to show you that they have transformed, that they've changed. But here's a situation in which the Queen of Swords shows up, and this is absolutely talking about you having in your mind, bottom of the deck, forward movement, discerning for yourself, looking at repeated behavior patterns to make your decision. Queen of Swords is discerning and wise. And she can see past all of the facades, all of the fronts, all of the frills to the core of the situation and motive, right? And so remember, it's okay to be in the Queen of Swords energy as long as you're using your throat chakra to express it in love. It doesn't mean you got to buy what they're selling. And remember your own forward movement, your own transformation. Is this what's best for me? And so, verily I say unto thee. Let's see what they want to say to you. They want to show you they've changed, right? So, actions speak louder than words. What does Virgo's lover want to say to Virgo? Did you put a spell on me? If I had a dime for every time I heard this came into my energy about the connection being some of this, I would be a millionaire. Okay, I would. I can't stop thinking about you and it's driving me insane. Yes, because they are attaching to validation. Your sex is too good. Can I trust you to be faithful? Well, I'm not sure why this card is here. I mean, maybe this was the betrayal from earlier when we were looking at it. I don't think right now they really have a right to come in and try and, you know, when you're not in a relationship, to make it out to be that, you know, you're being unfaithful to them. I mean, that's kind of silly. I feel scared to love. Yes, true. I'm not sure what I know what real love is, and they may never have known had they not gone through their transformation, which, Virgo, you are acting as a catalyst for them. So they've got a lot of questions about the connection, maybe. Maybe they've had some experiences like you have. You just don't get to see the behind the scenes footage, right? But I think this card here is about the betrayal, not about now. So let's see what their next move is. Okay, yeah, they've been doing some shadow work to overcome some greed and control problems. They have a lot of regrets when it comes to this relationship. They've learned to love themselves, which some people never go do. They know that in learning to love themselves and learning to move past the shadow stuff here, that they were very self-absorbed. They're lacking some confidence now in this respect as it comes to you because they don't know if you're going to accept anything from them. But really, they're focusing on peace. They want closure and they want that validation from you. So let's get some love cards on it. You know what? Let's get these love cards on it. We haven't used these in a while. Closure, definitely closure. Romantic feelings, okay. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Children, your love life is being affected by children and heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So as far as this goes, that spark between the two of you is probably always going to be there. This person may have children, or you may have children, and maybe that was the decision that was made. But heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discussing your feelings, I think is really where it's at. And trust. If you're interested in building a friendship with this person moving forward or whatever, there's going to have to be a rapport built back up and trust rebuilt. Because over here we saw that trust was totally damaged and shattered for them by you, right? You lost your faith in this person. And so they're going to have to show you the money, okay? They're going to have to show that actions speak louder than words. If they want to show you, as they say, how they have changed, they're going to have to show you. End of story. And so I think that's really where the focus puts on. Okay, great. But listen, I'm just not going to hop back in stuff. We're going to have to build back rapport, the very simple things of connection with other human beings, even if it's not romantic. That's where you have to start with them. So let's see what these love cards have to say, and then we'll call it a wrap, Virgo. Healing. Okay, yes, absolutely. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed at this very moment. So focus is healing. Focus is closure. Focus is not sex, not love, not romance, not something your ego's dramatically trying to recreate. Your ego's a diva, okay? And the sooner everybody realizes that, right, the better off we'll all be. This is about healing. You've made your peace with this. You're good with it. This person wants to show you something. And I think it's about how they've healed and how you've healed. And so that should be the focus for future growth, if any. So, Virgo, that's what I got for you guys, and I'll see you shortly.